1, 2, 2. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Anfield Agenda match reaction. The Reds have travelled to Turf Moor and beaten Sean Dyche's Burnley by 1-0. It wasn't pretty at times, but you know what? A win is a win is a win. It's 3 points in the bank, and we are 3 points closer to trying to haul in Manchester City at the top of the Premier League. Appreciate you guys being with me. I'm going to go through my player ratings. I'm going to go through and ask you guys for your man of the match as well. Connor will put the man of the match vote in the live chat. But before we get underway, I want to say thank you to our sponsor, Surfshark, without whom we wouldn't be here today. Surfshark's an app and browser extension that allows you to use and browse the internet anonymously and unlock the world's largest Netflix libraries, or unlock Canadian DAZN if you're me. It also keeps you anonymous and secure from hackers if you're out and about, particularly on a public Wi-Fi. Surfshark will secure your data with industry-leading measures by using uncrackable encryption and the most secure VPN. Easy to install. One subscription runs on all your devices. You can get 83% off and 3 months additional free by using the code Anfield Agenda, all one word, at checkout, or the link in the description. Right, I don't care about the performance today. I don't care. I'm going to be right out there front and say I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. A win is a win is a win. And it wasn't great, it wasn't vintage, but we got the job done. And at the end of the season, when they're totting up the points, nobody's going to care if we played well today or not. It was about getting the win, and we did that. So first of all, want to just say that, well done. Alisson I thought was immense today again, and I'm going to quickly run through player ratings here before I ask you guys for your man of the match, and Connor will put a vote in now in a sec, so make sure you get your voice heard. So look, Alisson to me today, was he man of the match? Perhaps. I'm giving him an 8. I thought he was faultless, quite honestly, as he has been a lot lately. Trent, his throw-ins really annoyed me at times today. Do you know what? Both of our full-backs annoyed me today. There's too much cutting inside, not enough taking a chance going around the outside, particularly when it was 0-0. I'm going to give Trent a 6 today because I didn't think that was his best game by a long shot. Centre-backs, I actually thought Van Dijk and Matip did really well again today. They just dealt with anything that was put at them aerially. Obviously, when you've got Weghorst up there, Ashley Barnes, McNeil, Tarkowski, Ben Mee, these lads are serious threats from set pieces, and I thought Matip and Van Dijk handled them both really well today. I'm going to give Van Dijk an 8 and Matip a 7.5 because there was a couple of passes from Matip that unnecessarily gave the ball away, but defensively solid as a rock. Robbo, I don't know if it was just me today, but I was frustrated by Andy Robertson on a couple of occasions. He had opportunities to go on the overlap, but kept cutting inside and it kept slowing down the attack. That could have been intentfully done. It could have been done because he didn't want to give the ball away and not be caught on the counter, but either way it just frustrated me at times. So I'm going to give him the same as Trent. I'm going to give him a 6. Moving into midfield, Fabinho, exquisite, fantastic, amazing, wonderful, brilliant, sexy, deadly, bald, amazing, whatever you want to use. Put in your own superlative. An 8 for Fabinho. Got himself a goal, and do you know what? Getting the goal is one thing, but it's how he got it. He had the strike and he followed it in and finished it himself. So 8 for Fabinho. Henderson, tough one to gauge. You picked up a knock around the half-hour mark. Put in some great deep passes from the right-hand side to the far post. 6.5 for Jordan Henderson for me today. Keita. Look, I think Keita did well. I think he did better than a lot of people give him credit for in the chat as well. So I'm going to give Keita a 7. Moving into the forward line, start off through the centre, Bobby Firmino. If you don't appreciate some of the work that Bobby put in today, defensively, winning the ball back, breaking lines, yes, at times his passing can be frustrating, but my God, he won the ball back a lot for us today. And we talk about defending from the front. I keep saying it, Bobby Firmino is the main man in that one. So for me, Bobby Firmino, I'm going to give him a 7. I thought he put in a good shift. Left hand side, Mane, he technically will get an assist for the header from the goal. Trent's corner came in, he flicked it on to Fabinho, who eventually poked it home, but it's a difficult one to gauge Sadio on because expectations should be tapered a little bit because, of course, it's first game back from the AFCON. Bobby Firmino, I thought played well, as I said. So Sadio left side, 6.5. I think he was relatively quiet, but maybe it was to be expected. Mohamed Salah on the right hand side was the biggest frustration today for me, and not because I think he played poorly. We just aren't finding ways to get him involved in the game enough over the last couple of games, and I don't know if that's because they're being doubled up on, or if it's because he keeps cutting inside rather than trying to take on his man. I don't know. But there was a couple of occasions today where he also picked out the wrong pass. So, I think a 7 for Mo. Bobby was shocking. Fuck you. That's my answer. You say Bobby was shocking, I say fuck you. I don't know what game you're watching if you think Bobby was shocking. Honestly, I don't understand. I do not understand this constant shit that Bobby Firmino gets. He put in a damn fine shift today, and if you don't understand that, then football ain't for you. But they're my player ratings anyway, my friends. I'm going to go over to the chat now and see how you're all feeling. And don't forget, the man of the match poll is in there for anybody who wants to vote. Your choices are Alisson, Van Dijk, Fabinho and other, being the other options there. It's a landslide so far, and that's to be expected. We'll keep the poll going though. There was no service, said Richard. Yeah, we did have, we were close so many times. There were some nice balls dropped in behind the Burnley defence, but ultimately there was a very small area to work in there between the Burnley defence and Nick Pope, and Nick Pope did well at covering his area. But look, I don't care really about the performance. I'm only concerned about the points. Days like today are going to happen. We kept another clean sheet, and that's really important. If you keep clean sheets, pinching one goal away from home will do you no harm. So yeah, I'm over the moon with the win. I just don't think we played well, but that's okay. I don't really care as long as we win. I'm more concerned about what happens on Wednesday night away in Milan against Inter. But yeah, look, that's 3 points picked up and a banana skin gotten past. United dropped points away at Burnley. They're fighting for their lives down the bottom of the table. And they kept it tight today. They didn't overly commit forward. Maybe at 1-0 they were still hoping for something from a set piece. But yeah, look, again, more people in the chat going on about Bobby. I'm just going to start fucking removing your comments and putting you in timeout because it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. The agenda against Henderson and Firmino needs to fucking stop. It does. Granted, wasn't the best game they've ever had today, but they were no better or worse than anybody else on that pitch, so I just don't get it. Midfield not delivering as much, said Jays. And look, I agree with that. And do get your comments in, by the way, because I want to know how you guys feel about the game. Yeah, we didn't create enough today. That's a fair point. But I will point back. Once you keep a clean sheet, you will always back our boys to create something and pick up a goal. And that's exactly what we did today. So yeah, well done to Matip, well done to Verge, well done to Alisson. I thought they were all immense. Sorry, just the lads lashing WhatsApp messages. Let me just quit the WhatsApp there. Why is Harvey not starting? Probably protecting him. He's working his way back from a long time out. So yeah, I would expect it's just protecting him. We've got 2 games coming up as well. A game on Wednesday and then a game at home against Norwich, and I fully expect Harvey to play in that game against Norwich. Good job, Alisson was in goal, said Charles Foreman. How good was he again? Yeah, look, I know some people will say that some of those chances Burnley had were offside, but in the split second, Alisson doesn't know this. The flag's still down. And the amount of amazing saves that he made, again, if you're a young keeper watching Alisson, so much to learn from that man about forcing the attackers into making decisions and committing. He's just exquisite. I love the man. Robert Driscoll said Burnley's a hard place to go and get a win. Our defence has been on point recently, said Joel Matip. Yes, he has, mate. Harvey will play Champions League. I don't think he will. If I'm really honest, mate, I don't think Harvey starts at the Giuseppe Meazza on Wednesday. Am I doing the Super Bowl? I'm going to watch it, but I'm not doing a watch along of it. A couple of head colds in my house that need rest, and they don't need me screaming at 2 a.m, mate. But yeah, I'm going to be watching it, definitely. Firmino does a lot of things we don't give him credit for, but the key passes were off today. I think that's a fair assumption, Parker. I do. I think that's a very fair assumption, or a very fair summary, I should say, of Bobby Firmino's performance. Loads of good things. A lot of them. But I cannot argue that the key moments, the passes were a little bit off. Bernadette said Burnley are renowned for good defensive play, so a win is good for her. I agree, Bernadette. Jimmy Duggan said piss and rain, strong wind, you won't see pretty football, but some of the geniuses on here prefer to bash players. You'll never walk alone. I agree. And look, ultimately we won, and that's all that's important. History won't remember how we played against Burnley away at Turf Moor on a Sunday afternoon, but the 3 points are the 3 points. Who's my favourite NFL team? The Packers. When Burnley ever been an easy game? It hasn't, Sonny. Spot on. Another good comment. Alisson man of the match for Caelan Diamond. Again, don't forget you can vote for it there. It's closing in a little bit, the man of the match vote. It's getting a little bit closer than it was a few minutes ago, but we will carry on. There's been nearly 700 votes in there so far. So look, make sure you cast your vote. It is your man of the match. Do I think City are catchable? Look, it's going to take a big push. It is. It's going to take a big push. It's going to take a little bit of luck. But City have 2 or 3 difficult games coming up. So, look, we've done our part. All that we can do now is keep pushing on. But if we get to the Etihad with that 6-point gap still in place, if we pick up a win there, it's on. It is on. You know, they will have a wobble. They won't win every game between now and the end of the season. And we need to put ourselves in a position to pressurise them, as Klopp said, to let them feel our breath on the back of their necks. Liz, happy Valentine's Day to you and to everybody else out there as well, ahead of time. Thoughts on Naby's game, said Joshua Burgess. A bit of a mixed bag, Joshua, on Naby Keita, if I'm being honest. There was, again, some good things to admire about his game, but there was some silly balls given away. But the throw-ins today, they particularly annoyed me. I don't know if anybody else was noticing it as much, or maybe you haven't had a chance to watch the game yet, but 2 or 3 times we just threw the ball straight to a Burnley player. I couldn't. And 2 of them in field as well. One from Robbo, one from Trent, which could have set up a counter-attack. They threw it across the pitch on the halfway line, and we didn't win the ball either time, and it very nearly conceded a counter-attack. Who will get top 4 in your opinion? I'm not sure. Let me just have a look at the final scores from the 2 p.m. kickoffs, by the way. So, where are we? It finished up Newcastle 1, Aston Villa 0. Massive 3 points there for Newcastle. Tottenham 0, Wolves 2 as well. So Tottenham absolutely doing their best here to bottle a Champions League place. So yeah, you're thinking Spurs, Arsenal, United, West Ham, they're all in with a show. If anybody can put together any form of consistency whatsoever, then they'll have a good shot. Our throw-in consultant needs to be sacked. I was thinking that myself, Liz, when we were talking about the throw-ins. I was thinking, well, what's going on with the throw-in lad? Where the fuck is he these days? What do I think of Mane today, said Owen Jones? He was okay, Owen. And look, I don't want to be critical of Mane because, you know, he's just after coming back from a really busy tournament. A bit of celebrating as well, nothing wrong with it, after Senegal winning the AFCON. So, yeah, look, I think that was solid enough from Sadio. George said, how good was Firmino today? We love that, George. Glad to see a bit of Firmino appreciation in the chat. Spurs, the Brexit team, don't want to be in Europe, said Keegan. Kyle's going to be joining us for the match reaction as well with Paddy Murphy in a couple of minutes. Love that. Always happy to hear from Kyle. One of our friends from Nothing But Reds. Do go over and check them out on YouTube as well. And of course, Mr. Paddy Murphy will be joining me, and that's going to be coming up in less than 5 minutes time, everybody. So make sure you're ready for that one. I hope you're good. Well, no, that's not for me. Predictions against Inter, said Happy Pro Gamer. I think we beat them 2-0 away, and then we beat them handily at home. I'm really confident going into this game. We're strong in every competition, said John Matip. Yes, more of that positivity, friends. More of it. And don't forget, do drop a like on the video as well, folks, if you can. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. Hey, Craig from the Persian Reds. Thiago bossed it today, said Abdulreza Malik. Thank you, mate. Yeah, how good was Thiago when he came on, by the way? Can we all just take a second to talk about how fucking good he is? He got the ball and it's just sexy. It's just fluid. It's just... Those hips don't lie, do they? They just don't lie. And yeah, I thought Thiago transformed us at times when he was on. Just always looking to play forward, to move the ball, swivel a little hips. And can we take a second as well just to nod our heads for poor old Jay Rodriguez, who was sent to the shops not once but twice by Alisson Becker. Matador or El Matador, whichever one you want. I thought Alisson was just immense today. Immense, as he always is. I love him in a black shirt as well. Right, what have we got? I'm going to the Liverpool match next week. I'm so excited. Nice one, Alex. Appreciate that. No D9 said silent heroes Bobby, Jordan and Joel. Yeah, look, when you keep one clean sheet away from home, you've always got a good chance. And we've kept one today. We kept one against Leicester as well during the week. Nothing wrong with it. Thiago on the ball better than more than Wood, said Abdul Reza. Excuse me, how am I going to get this pronunciation right? Abdul Reza, excuse me, mate. Alisson is the GOAT, said Conor O'Mahony. Let's smash Milan, Luis Diaz to start, said Amney. Who, again, we've still got time in the man of the match poll here. We are closing in 929 votes, so we'll wait till it gets to 1,000, then we'll close off the man of the match vote. Someone's asking about player ratings. I did them at the start of the video, mate. That's 13 clean sheets this season, said Oliver Heaney. Thank you for the stat, Oliver. That's not shabby. 13 clean sheets. That'll do me, pig. That'll do. Hope somebody gets that reference. I don't think I'm calling somebody a pig, by the way. People bash Henderson every game, said Puskas is a god, even though he was solid today. Sad to see. There's definitely agendas out there against some of our boys. Bobby Firmino, Jordan Henderson. Certainly people out there that are going to criticise them no matter what they do. And again, I thought that they were pretty steady today. Tell him how to pronounce your name before it starts. Yeah, I know, Mick. It definitely will start, and I'll definitely get it wrong. David said he appreciates Hendo. We've got 30 votes left, by the way, in the man of the match poll. No, we've got there. Connor shit the bed and not let it get to 1,000, and that will forever annoy me, Crosby. That will forever annoy me. Right, so the Anfield agenda, man of the match with 57% of the votes, unsurprisingly, is the man between the sticks, Alisson Becker. Fabinho in second place with 29% and Van Dijk in third. And you know what? I think that's spot on. I think that's absolutely spot on, folks. So well played to all of you for that. Diaz got a start on Wednesday. Mane was poor. I mean, give him a break, Reece. He's only just back from the AFCON, mate. And poor, I think, is a stretch. God, I can't stand playing Burnley at Turf Moor. Let's go to San Siro and play some football. It's called the Giuseppe Meazza, isn't it, when Inter are playing at home? Alisson's considered world class and is still underrated. What an amazing keeper, said Brian Webb. I agree. Look, I'm going to leg it, and I'll be joined in 2 minutes by Paddy Murphy and by Kyle from Nothing But Red. So don't go anywhere. I want to ask the lads their opinion on the penalty incident in the first half. I want to ask them for their man of the match, and we're going to have a little look ahead to the game coming up against Inter on Wednesday. So look, link top of the live chat right there now. I hope to see you over there. 2 minutes. Thank you to our sponsors as well, Surfshark. I'll see you guys back again in 2 minutes.